Guys, today I'm going to make this short video on this Huawei phone, and I'm going to be talking about the camera settings. So let's get started. So let's just open this phone up. Okay, so it's click on that, go to the camera settings. So there's my phone. I've gone into the phone. It's a really good phone, to tell you the truth, for cameras. I'm just sort of hovering into this, and it's got autofocus on, and you can see that it's tracking these toys really well. So let's just get started. So I'm going to go to, I'm just going to turn this around, to tell you the truth, because I think I can sort of talk about it a little bit better that way. So you've got like a couple of settings. You've got aperture mode. So obviously your aperture mode, and you can change the f-stop by hovering in and out like this. So you're basically your aperture, bigger the number, smaller the opening, smaller the number, the bigger the opening. So that's quite easy to do. Then you've got night mode. So if you click on night mode, you've got ISO auto, so I would probably leave it on that, to tell you the truth. Go back to night mode. So if I go back to night mode, you've got your shutter speed, so you can decrease your shutter speed, which is quite cool. Then you've got your portrait mode. So you've got beauty effects, so you can add like beauty. Well, I think this is it sort of gives it a nice beauty shot, to tell you the truth. So click back on that. Yep, so I've got your zoom over here as well, so you can zoom in and out like this. If I go back to my beauty shot, FX, you've got things like hair color, swirl, disc, photo booth, blindfolding, pop-up. So I think these are kind of different textured effects on a portrait mode. So they're quite useful as well if you like taking portraits. And then you've got photo mode. So photo mode is basically photo mode. Just tap and shoot. You've also got up here your flash. So you can have your flash on, you can have it off. You've got your flash on mode. You've got your purchase recognition items, sellers. This is quite cool. So if I take a picture of that, it will on Google search for that item. So these Huawei phones are quite smart. They, if you, for example, you're in a shop and you've got an item and you want to check it out, if you click on that, it will take you to that. So this little icon here, if you click on that tab there, it will literally take you to that Photoshop recognition. You've also got scanning, so calories. So if you scan food, it will give you how many calories are in that product, and identity of project object as well. So again, similar items. It will probably load by Google to show you similar items that you can shop for online, maybe. So all very useful features. So I'm just going to go back to my camera. If I go to video, I'm just going to turn this around. So we've got video. In my video mode, I've got obviously my flash on, so I can put it on. I can switch it off. So I can change that around. I've got if I click on this little icon here, I can change again to some of these textured effects of fresh, essential. And they're all quite useful for when you're shooting specific things. Maybe you want it black and white. So if I zoom into this, you can see that it's very responsive. So if I zoom into this, like I zoom in right into that, you can see that the detail is quite accurate and it's quite good. I think these phones are very good for good light photography and filming. I'm not sure, to be honest, in low lit, but I think in good lighting, they're not bad at all. If I click on this icon, it takes me to the pro mode, and here I can change the ISO, so I can up and down it here like this. I've got my shutter speed, so I can increase and decrease the shutter speed, and I've got autofocus mode, white balance, and again I can sort of change the white balance and give me these little visuals. So if I'm shooting in cloudy environments, I might change it to that. And you can see that this shot's it's changing the texture and the contour of the shot. So I've got an AF focus. So when I move it around, it focuses into certain subjects that it's tracking. So if it's tracking a subject, it will track that object because I've got an AFC mode. In more, you've got other things. So you've got like things like monochrome. So you can have your pictures in monochrome. If you don't like monochrome, go back out. So if I go back to more, you've got HDR, high definition render. So you can increase you can have it wide angle, and you can increase the color ratio within that shot as well. So that's quite useful. Again, if I go back to more, you've got stickers. So if you want to apply stickers to your shot, you can do. So if I take a shot of that, I can add stickers into it. So it's a nice, quite gimmicky thing, to say the truth, but they're useful for certain things, aren't they? Click back on stickers, go back to more. You got dual view, so you can have two views of your subject. So I've got like a really close up here, and again, I think I'll probably be able to zoom into this. Yep, so I've zoomed into that object, and it's giving me two views of the same object, which is quite useful. Again, if I go back out and I go to more, I've got panoramic. So your panoramic view. So again, just click and hold and pull the object, and it'll give you a panoramic. Again, click on the cross. Go back to more. You got light painting. So if you like doing light photography, slow shutter speed work, like with water and lights, you might need to do this in low lit environments, but you can do light photography on this phone, which I think is really, really cool. So you don't really necessarily change the shutter speed. You can just literally put in that settings of light paintings and it will do for you. So it's really, really cool. You got moving picture. So I think what this one does is when things are moving, it will capture within a moving frame. So that's that. So again, go to more. You got macro. So macro again. Let's just check out macro on this phone. So again, let's get this dinosaur, and let's go to close up. And yeah, it's very responsive, guys. I've literally got the camera really close, and I'm sort of clicking and focusing. You can clearly see the focus on this is pretty decent. So, and I'm shooting in daylight. Not sure what it's going to be like in low lit environments, but in good lit environments, I've got a lamp next to me as well, which is having a huge impact to the contour of the light as well. Go back to more. You got Slowmo. So a lot of people nowadays like to shoot Slowmo. So again, filming, and you can have it, sort of change the width of it as well, and you can sort of play around with the Slowmo on that as well. Go back on it. Go back to more. You've got time lapse, you've got AR lens, you've got documents, you've got high res as well. So I think this possibly is like kind of your raw file type scenario. So if I take an image of this dinosaur, I'm assuming it's going to give me a lot more pixel counts to that image. So if I want to blow it up on a large scale, for example, this little cog takes me to some settings for the phone. So like for example, your aspect ratio. So do I want it 4:3, full frame, all that kind of stuff. So I think this works with certain settings. So if I go back out again and go back to photo, just general photo, click back on there, go to aspect ratio. It now allows me to select 1:1, 4:3, or full frame. Again, you've got audio control. So you can say words, cheese, and it will automatically take the image. You've got capture with smile, which I think is really cool. So automatically takes a picture when someone smiles. I think that's great. So, you can just say smile and it'll take the picture. Your high definition. So this obviously shoots up to 4K. So you've got 1080, 80, 720. I would suggest leave it in 1080 or 720 because the quality of the footage is pretty decent. And your 4K is going to take up all your memory. This camera doesn't really have an micro SD, so it does use up a lot of memory, I would say. You got your rule of third. So if you want your grid on, grid off, and you got your horizontal level, so I've got that on. So it's that little line that goes in the frame. So if I go back into my camera, for example, you can see that line there. That's my horizontal alignment, which is on. Video resolution. Okay, so I've talked about that. Efficiency mode. Like, do you want your videos to be in efficiency? You do want that on because then it will reduce less space, and it won't. Play other devices, for example. Timer, watermarks, if you want a watermark on your thing. Tag location, so if you want to tag it, like via where you've taken the image. Maybe you take a lot of photographs around the world or in your local area and you want to capture those. Or you can tag it as well to where you've taken them. Mute, ultra sharp, double press volume button, screen off. I'm not sure what that is, A3, so I'm not going to talk about that one. And floating shutter. I think what that allows you to do is when the shutter's taken, it allows you to move the shutter at your convenience, which is quite good. And this button here restores it back to settings. So that's now back to camera default highway settings, and we're ready to shoot again. So yeah, guys, just so that this was a quick demo on this highway phone. I've talked about aperture, night mode, portrait, photo, video, pro mode, and much more on this phone. And then also you can go into your settings and change all the settings in here as well to your whatever you want to do it to. Thanks for watching, guys. Any questions, please do post. This has been a quick little video. I do just make these quickly, to tell you the truth. So I appreciate you guys watching around the world, and please do subscribe and press the bell as well to get notifications of some of the videos I make. And if you guys want any videos that you want making, not of dinosaurs, of course, but anything else, then please do post, and I'm happy to respond. You know, like I said, I'm a one-man band. I'm shooting on my own, and I just like to make videos of cameras because I've got a passion for cameras. And nowadays with these smartphones, the quality is so good that, you know, you get amazing quality on these phones as well. And you can argue, why need a DSLR anymore? Do we need a DSLR? I'll leave it out there for you guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.